us and talk about the important relationship between Poland and the United States, a very important NATO member. And we are working on many, many issues in a very, very close bilateral way. Before I do talk, however, about our relationship, both of us were just talking about the horrific attack in Paris today, the murderous attack on the headquarters of Charlie Hebdo in Paris. I would like to say directly to the people of Paris and of all of France that each and every American stands with you today, not just in...
Pat Boone here with a word about bank safety. Do you think your money is safe in the bank? Don't bank on it. A generation ago, bank accounts felt secure and they paid interest. This encouraged the virtue of thrift and saving.
And in the cause which the extremists fear so much and which has always united our two countries, freedom. No country knows better than France that freedom has a price, because France gave birth to democracy itself. France sparked so many revolutions of the human spirit, born of freedom and of free expression, and that is what the extremists fear the most. They may wield weapons, but we in France and in the United States share a commitment to those who wield something that is far more powerful. Not just a pen, but a pen that represents an instrument of freedom, not fear. Free expression and a free press are core values. They are universal values, principles that can be attacked but never eradicated, because brave and decent people around the world will never give in to the intimidation and the terror that those seeking to destroy those values employ. I agree with the French imam who today called the slain journalists martyrs for liberty. Today's murders are part of a larger confrontation, not between civilizations, no, but between civilization itself and those who are opposed to a civilized world. The murderers dared proclaim Charlie Hebdo is dead, but make no mistake, they are wrong. Today, tomorrow, in Paris, in France, or across the world, the freedom of expression that this magazine, no matter what your feelings were about it, the freedom of expression that it represented is not able to be killed by this kind of act of terror. On the contrary, it will never be eradicated by any act of terror. What they don't understand, what these people who do these things don't understand, is they will only strengthen the commitment to that freedom and our commitment to a civilized world. I'd like to just say a quick word, if I may, directly to the people of France. Je veux m'adresser directement aux Parisiens et à tous les Français pour leur dire que tous les Américains se tiennent à leur côté, non seulement dans l'horreur, la colère et la condamnation de ce terrible acte de violence, mais que nous sommes également solidaires de votre engagement dans la bataille, la lutte contre l'extrémisme et de votre détermination à protéger la valeur qui fait si peur aux extrémistes et qui a toujours uni nos deux pays. La liberté, c'est ça. Aucun pays ne sait mieux que la France que la liberté.
Secretary of State John Kerry at the State Department in Washington, D.C., offering the French version of his official statement, obviously with the terror attack earlier today in France. Our coverage continues here on Newsmax TV as we head into Hour 3 of America's Forum with John Bogman alongside. John, I'm struck by the fact that Secretary Kerry stands up to champion individual liberties, and yet the administration he represents has eliminated from the vocabulary at the Pentagon and at the State Department the notion of radicalized Islam or Islamofascism. How can you confront those who oppose us when you shrink from offering a name or a description?
Yeah, that's certainly one thing that has been missing from the comments coming from both the White House and Secretary of State John Kerry. They're condemning this as a terrorist attack, but really, you know, you heard Kerry mention the French imam saying that these folks who died are martyrs of liberty, but not really tying this to radical Islam. Of course, there is no real exception of responsibility for this yet. But the fingerprints of this, we know it was well coordinated. We've heard from Fred Flights today and other experts. This was a coordinated military-style attack, much different than some of these other lone wolf terror attacks we've seen in this country. And you know, for the administration to come out so quickly and call it, in fact, an act of terror, there's a different aspect to all of this that, you know, I think we're yet to really fully appreciate at this point.
And we should also point out, given the rise of different social media, given our own streaming video, newsmaxtv.com, we are getting images that are very shocking, instantaneous images. You came in and your telephone had the image of the gunmen clad there in black with their AK-47s, and again, very disturbingly, shouting Allah Akbar, heading into the offices of that French satirical magazine.
And we're getting more details now. You see them dressed there. We have this video, all black. They're wearing those tactical vests. They're armed with AK-47s. They have the black ski masks on. These guys would look like they belong in Raqqa, Syria, or they were here in the streets of Paris. And it is still shocking that, given the prior threats to this magazine, the security that was in place, they were not able to stop this. It shows just how volatile the situation is right now.